Class, settle in. Take out your notebooks. Today's lesson isn't in the textbook. It's written on the blackboard behind me in big white letters. Growth that stops with you is incomplete. Welcome back to the Growth Shelf. This is episode 15 of the Growth Blueprint. And today the classroom is open to one truth. Most people graduate without ever learning. The law of contribution. Let me start with roll call. And be honest when I call your name. When I say self-improvement junkie, do you answer here? The one who's read every book, journaled every morning, stacked every habit, chased every certification, but the moment someone asks for help, you're suddenly too busy? I see you. I was you. For years, I treated growth like a solo independent study project. New skills, new routines, new wins. And I was getting A's on my personal report card. But the classroom felt empty. Something was missing. Then one afternoon, no dramatic music, no spotlight, just a simple message from a former student who'd been quietly watching. Sir, the way you talked about failing forward last semester, I used it when my startup crashed. I didn't quit. Thank you. That one sentence landed harder than any revenue milestone, any follower count, any well done from a mentor. Because in that moment, the lesson clicked. Growth feels good. Impact feels eternal. Let me write this on the board so it stays there. Growth is about who you become. Contribution is about who becomes better because of who you became. Legacy? Legacy is when the students keep teaching long after the teacher has left the room. Look around this classroom right now. Metaphorical or real. And the people you admire most aren't remembered for how many degrees they framed on their wall. They're remembered for the students they raised, the minds they opened, the fires they lit in others. Think of your favorite teacher, coach, boss, or mentor. What do you remember? Not their perfect lectures, but the moment they believed in you when you didn't, the question they asked that changed your trajectory, the example they set when no one was grading them. You don't need to be perfect to contribute. You just need to be one lesson ahead of someone else. Your current notes can become someone's cheat sheet. Your current scars can become someone's roadmap. Your current breakthrough can become someone's permission slip to dream bigger. And so let me do what every good teacher does. Ask the uncomfortable question. Raise your hand if all your growth stays inside your own notebook. Pause. Now raise your hand if someone else, a friend, a sibling, a colleague, a stranger online, is already better because you decided to grow. If your hand isn't up for the second one, class isn't over yet. Here's the formula I want you to copy down exactly. Growth to impact to legacy. You grow so you can pour. You pour so the ripple never stops. And here's the paradox every great teacher discovers. The more you give away what you're learning, the deeper you understand it. When you explain a concept to someone else, you master it. When you serve, your perspective widens. When you lift others, your ego shrinks. When you contribute, you multiply, not divide. So today's homework, and I'm collecting it next week. Ask yourself one question every single day this week. Who can I help with what I'm learning right now? Not when I'm perfect, not when I have more. Right now. Send the voice note. Share the messy lesson. Be the living example. Answer the DM. Offer the coffee chat. Post the raw insight. Because the highest grade in this classroom isn't an A+ on your personal scorecard. It's the moment a student says, "Because of you, I didn't give up." This is episode 15 of the Growth Blueprint. If this lesson rang the bell inside you, don't just save it, pass the notebook. Share it with someone who needs to hear they're allowed to contribute before they feel ready. Next up is the finale, episode 16. And the climax of the entire series, the transformation, who you become after applying all 15 laws. We've walked through every law together. Now we see what happens when they all come alive in one life. It's the episode you've been building toward. Until then, class dismissed with one final instruction. Grow intentionally, give generously, and build something, someone, that outlives you. See you in the finale. Bye.